Hello, everybody. I'm Kimberly. I'm a knitter and an artist. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I prefer in person browsing when it comes to books and like crafts and stuff like that over, the internet. So, yeah, basically, I have found some really interesting books on topics that I'm interested in just by walking down the sections of the library or a bookstore. Um, I have come across things that I would have never seen or tried or realized that I was interested in without just walking around and seeing what's there. And I feel like today, especially online with like algorithms and cookies and whatever else is there, it's like I feel like we're being kind of like ushered into certain avenues. And I feel like sometimes I look at stuff and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm actually interested in this thing or if I'm being influenced into being interested in this thing. So, it's like you look at one thing and then next thing you know, you're getting like all this content and steering about that one subject. And you think that you're interested in it, but it's like it's just really what's in front of your face. And I like when I go to the bookstore or the library, I I'm sorry, it's late. I should have I don't know. I fell asleep without my eye mask, and I feel like that I feel like that kind of set things off for the whole day. Um, what was I talking about? Yeah, so like I go into bookstores and libraries and I just go into different sections and just see what's there. That is how I got into um, jewelry making. I've only made one pair of earrings, but like it's definitely on my list of things that I want to make. Jewelry, fabric painting, I have done that. Silk painting, I've done that. Dye, of course, um, and knitting and crochet. And I like that like sort of like organic, just like stumbling upon something and then just like, oh, that looks intriguing. Like, let me see more about this. And that's how I feel about paper making and book making. I've always had like a little interest in that. And I found a book about that. And I don't know, like, I feel like when you sort of just like go towards what you're actually interested in, or not even, I mean, you may not know exactly what you're interested in, but like if you just take a look around, like your local library or bookstore, and like instead of like searching for a specific subject and just browse and just see what's there and see what catches your eye. Like I just think about like I live in New York City, and there are a lot of libraries in this city, and I like going to some of the bigger ones and browsing what they have there because that's how I learned about like hosting dinners and like different kinds of art techniques and different types of architecture, jewelry, books on shoes and sewing and gardening, whatever it is, cooking. And, you just open up a book and it's like, oh wow, like this is like a whole new thing that I didn't even know about. And it just feels a lot more, I guess, it's like a little more calming and a little more, um, I guess, organic than like, the algorithms and like searching specifically for something. Like, for example, like when we go on to YouTube or Google, we're looking for a a specific question, like a specific answer to a question or whatever, and it filters through everything and shows you what they think that you want to watch or what is most popular, and it's not what just exists, you know um, like I like to see what exists and make my own decision. I even do that with knitting, and so knitting. I haven't sewed in a while. I want to get back into that, but like I just haven't got into that. I don't have like a big table or anything. But yeah, with knitting, like even like on Ravelry, which is like that's like a website where, if you've never heard of it, it's like a website where people can post their own patterns and their own, yeah, like their own patterns, or like if they did a pattern, they can post that they did it and rate it and things like that, share pictures. I sometimes go to the last page of like a Ravelry section, like, sweaters or whatever. I just want to see what's on the last page. And I found some interesting stuff. I don't have it right in front of me, but like I was interested in crochet collars, and someone had posted, um, I don't know if they were like Ruth Bader Ginsburg collars, but they were like cool collars. I think they were from, I don't know what era it was from, but they were like black and white images of like these beautiful, intricate crochet collars. And they were towards like the end of the Ravelry pages. Like they have like the, whatever, 200 pages or whatever. Like I just go to the last page and like, or just like jump around and see what catches my eye. I'll see if I can find that, and maybe I can share it on the screen here. But yeah, like sometimes you just find really interesting stuff when you just look and sort of discover on your own. Uh, so yeah, that's my point. Well, yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. My topic was why I prefer in person book browsing for ideas and inspiration. And I don't know, like the internet is great. YouTube is it can be helpful at times. Uh, and you, but it requires you to know exactly what you're looking for. But if you're looking for something that is like fresh and, something that you haven't thought of, uh, just sort of leave a little room for randomness, for random, surprising things, because you can find inspiration in like unexpected places. You know what I mean? Like I remember I was really interested in textiles. I still am interested in textiles, but I was also looking at specifically patterns, like making patterns, and like, William Morris patterns, wallpapers, and things like that. And I went to the Met Museum and I was looking at pottery and I saw like beautiful ancient pottery. Um, I don't remember where it was from, but it was like, I don't remember. It was like, I don't, it was maybe like a year or two ago. But like I took pictures of like the patterns on the pottery, like tiles, um, looking for things like the colors that they used, you know, organic shapes versus like geometric and things like that. But that, a museum that might be like I guess, a more obvious place to look for inspiration. But like you can even flip through magazines that you don't typically gravitate towards, you know, things like that. So yeah, that's why I prefer in-person book browsing versus just relying solely on the internet, um, for ideas and inspiration. Oh, another note before I wrap this up. Um, yeah, like, so basically, this is also including Pinterest. Like, I think Pinterest is okay for looking for inspiration, but again, I feel like Pinterest does this a little more than the other ones. I feel like they really, really funnel you into whatever you're looking for. And I think that's good if you're trying to find multiple images of like a similar topic. But if you're not, it's kind of like you, like, let's say like you search for, an orange dress, and it's just going to keep showing you stuff that fits in that vibe. And it can be helpful, but sometimes that's not what I'm looking for. Um, but yeah, the internet, I don't know. I'm not sure why, but like a lot of these algorithms, they sort of just like filter what we can see and force us to sort of get into these like boxes of like things that we're interested in. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting into like other topics. Like I'm thinking of other stuff right now. Like I'm thinking about like even with like fashion, like, and how like right now aesthetics are very popular. Like there's so many different aesthetics, cottage core, whimsical, you know, whatever. And then I don't know. It's like, do we actually do we actually want to be in these boxes, or is it just, are we just being influenced into like labeling ourselves? I don't know, but anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up here because I am getting tired. And I do have to knit more of my blanket here. So actually, oh goodness, I know I said I'm gonna wrap it up, but like, just one quick note. This blanket is getting so large, I can't take it with me on the go to knit, like on the train or whatever. So I've just been working on it at home, and I wish I could take it on the go, but it's like it's getting kind of heavy a little bit, and plus I have to bring the entire ball. I don't know. This is not a ball, but I mean, I guess it's a ball, but I don't know what it's called. But everything has like a specific name, I'm learning. Um, but I have to bring this whole ball with me because I'm using two strands and it's coming off of the same ball. So it's going by faster than it normally would. And because this is like a color changing thing, so sometimes I have to bring two balls and or three of them. And I just haven't, I just, I can't carry that around every day. Like I'm out and about and it's just too heavy. So I just got to work on it right now. Um, all right, so I'm gonna be. That's it. I'm done now. All right, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.